Hi folks, it's the 7th of April and this is the Sonic Academy News. Hello and welcome along to another Sonic Academy News. As usual, I'm joined with Chris and Brian. This week we've got a few items we're going to be chatting about. And we'll get right to it. Our first item is a new device
new app sort of device, yeah, from BT and his former teacher at Berkeley Music, Dr. Richard Boulanger. And it's basically using the leap control, or leap motion, sorry.
So if you don't know what the leap motion is, it's part of that sort of VR thing that's happening, and it's a sort of control interface where it is something like Kontakt, where it scans up in front of you and it can pick up your movements of your fingers and stuff like that. Yeah. So you can do stuff in air. Yeah,
so in 3D dimensional space. So what they have is this interface that is sort of squares or triangles on a screen, and you can you select the square and you can trigger it by sort of moving your fingers, and it starts to play these pads. There's sound sets, so it's based in C sound, so it's
so it's not a controller that can be put on top of a plug-in.
No, this is an app that just runs solely. You can't. It's not an AU or VST. It's standalone. You can record your performances. So I think the way it works is there's sound sets. You go in and you sort of select triangles and it triggers different chords, and then you swipe left or swipe right to get different sound sets, or swipe left to get drums.
Okay. I've actually seen something very similar to that this morning. I can't remember who it was. It was a girl and she was doing a Kickstarter, and it was gloves.
Imogen Heap.
Yeah,
Imogen Heap is developing gloves. So I think there's a bit of a move to try and get BT's whole thing is to get people. He wants artists to get away from the keyboard and to maybe spend an hour doing sound design. So the further you go in with your hands, you change the tonal qualities. You add reverb. You change the pan. So you can sort of do this thing, and it might be a bit of fun.
Do you think in like 5 years' time we'll all be wearing virtual reality goggles and in like virtual studios with SSL?
No, probably not, because we had a synth back in the day, Roland 505, and
with the D-beam.
It had a D-beam, and you could play it.
Used it once, like.
Yeah, exactly. We could oh, this is class, but ended up being.
And so is this available now? Can we go out and buy
it? It is available. You need the Leap motion controller, which is I think it's about $70 or $80.
And it's a small sort of
it just sits in front of your laptop, USB, and that's going to be used for you say Oculus Rift guys, or
there's loads of VR stuff that's using it, and there's I think even for controlling, if you're a 3D designer, you can use it to manipulate the the scene and stuff.
And the app itself is $10 or £6 on the Airspace store, which is like the motion controller's own store. So if you go to Airscape, I think it's down there in the description. Go to Airscape store, you'll get it for $9.
Good stuff. And next up we have an announcement of a new plugin, the TDR Slick EQ. These guys, you may already know them. They developed Compressor and Compressor 2, which were two free plugins, which were cracking compressor plugins.
Yeah, I mean, those plugins topped the lists of free plugins last year.
Yeah, Tokyo Dawn Records. They've teamed up with another guy, and they have released a cracking sounding EQ. It's really, really, really good. Just had to play about with it there. Really sweet sounding EQ. It's got 3 different models. It's got a British, American, and Russian.
Yeah, I saw the
Russian. No, 4. There's German and Russian.
Yeah.
So they're just slightly different.
Are they
bell
modeled
shapes.
on something? Or?
Yeah, well, there's a sounded British EQ, isn't
yeah,
it?
so
the Russian.
The bell on the British EQ, has a steeper slope when you reduce the gain as it does when you. So there's slightly different variations on each of the bell curves. They all sound great. Really nice feature is there's saturation on the output, which has a controllable pre-gain control, so you can sort of push the EQ into the saturator.
Yeah.
There's also a cool feature where you can sort of have an auto volume. So normally when you boost, say, the highs on an EQ, the overall volume of the signal will raise. This compensates for that, so you're really just hearing the tonal shaping control, so it doesn't like blow out your speakers or increase the gain.
Yeah.
And generally it's just a really nice sounding EQ plugin.
I'm fascinated because this is essentially a record company who have labs, and they've released these really brilliant Compressor and Compressor 2 and now this EQ, and I'm really sort of, and they're doing, I think they're all free, aren't they? Is that, yeah.
Seem to be. Do they have anything? No, I think they've got 4 plugins, and they're all.
So they're based in Munich and in Germany, and I love
sorry, the other
compressor.
guy that was involved with the project, Variety of Sound, Herbert Goldberg.
Right.
So
Cool.
yeah, absolutely cracking plugins, totally free. So there's absolutely no reason not to just go and download it now.
Yeah.
URL should be kicking about there somewhere.
I've had the compressor 2 now. I've been using it and I do love it, but it has caused me 1 or 2 issues with Logic just quitting it. But
Yeah.
Logic 10 reload and it's fine. So there you go.
Stuff.
Cool. And our next item.
Yeah, speaking of free, actually, I was looking for piano stuff recently.
Yes.
There was what was the one this morning? E-Instruments.
E-Instruments,
that
a
brought one out.
Kontakt library.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then when I was looking for that, I actually came across Sonic Cat brought out a Kontakt library called Pop Piano.
Right.
And they sort of sample one piano called the Bechstein MP192.
So this is kind of part of there was a
Yeah, they have
a rebranding of another company. I can't remember their name. Who've rebranded all their products to Sonic Cat, or a bunch of their products to Sonic Cat, and they have a bunch of other sort of piano-based products.
Yeah,
and this is one.
They have the full version of the Pop Piano. So if you're sort of digging this one, you can buy it, and I think they're doing like 40% off at the minute. So I had to play about with them. There's about 6 different kind of sounds in it. There's like a reverb, like a room.
So this works with the latest version of Kontakt 5
Yeah,
player.
you were having problems.
Yeah, it won't run in
4,
anything.
5 and
Yeah, even if you have 5 and it's not the latest update, it won't work. So you have to get the latest Kontakt player 5 off Native Instruments.
yeah, but that's free as well. So.
Yeah, and if you wanted to use molecular that we to
Yeah,
that
you
basically
got-
the
you're
same,
gonna
you have to
need
get the
You
same.
need
So
that,
yeah,
yeah.
cool.
So cool. We had a quick play about with it.
Yeah,
It
it sounded
sounds
If
great
you're,
for
if you're
a free
looking
piano.
for
Are they
any kind of piano, you know.
Are they sort of big, grand classical pianos, or are they sort of snappy dance?
There's a few different presets in there.
It's a bright grand piano.
Yeah,
Right.
and as you can see there, just in the BT, you can actually go in and you can play about with the compressor settings and the EQs. and
Can you
things.
make it quite dancey and sort of?
It is actually already quite dancey.
Okay.
It's quite sharp attack.
Yeah.
And what price is it?
It's free.
It's free because I'm actually on the lookout for a good sort of
Yeah, no, it
M1 type, really snappy
Wouldn't
piano.
be as dancey as M1. It
Okay.
sounds quite real, but it's a really bright, nice attacky piano.
Yeah, no,
so-
just for the sort of trancy things with a load of reverb and your big breakdowns. Yeah. Cool.
Yep, good stuff. So next up is Sonic Academy news. So what have we got coming up this week, Bry?
Yeah,
Some cool stuff. Steve Ward is the big course.
Yes, Steve Ward.
Techno
just
Godfather.
came out. Yes,
Can
and
we call him a Godfather?
Yeah, a grandfather maybe.
yeah, it came out on Friday past there and got some great reviews. Steve's actually in on the discussion again.
Yep, he's been speaking to a few people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if you've got, I mean, we're trying to do this with third-party guys. If they're doing a course, we're trying to get them
Yeah,
on to
get
discuss
them more
forums,
involved.
and yeah, so you can go on and ask any issues you've had or thoughts on why he does certain things. Get on, discuss, and the guys they'll be monitoring their forums for a period of time.
Yep.
And yeah, he's got a little surprise at the end of the last video.
It's quite a funny course. Even if you're just sort of not sure if you want to watch it, just watch it just for the comedy value.
Yeah, no, he's a really great, engaging sort of teacher. So I really enjoyed watching the course and getting a lot of tips in that field. It's an area that I'm not, wouldn't be too familiar with, and he delivered. So
Yeah, it's a very good course.
explains it well.
Any technical stuff happening with the site? We had a bit of an issue the other day. It's all sorted now.
Yeah, well, hopefully it's all sorted. Yeah, it was all being sort of fixed today. It was a caching problem across the servers and stuff.
So if people are having problems, what are they clear out there?
It's a cache actually on the
So this is
servers
just a
themselves.
problem from basically moving to our new video site. We've been putting more content up, and I think it was just a bit of a server outage on there.
Yeah.
So any problems like that, give us a shout. You can contact us on customer service at sonicacademy.com or hit us up on the forums or discuss, or
We're everywhere.
we're everywhere. So yeah, tweet us. We
It's
monitor
Instagram
everything.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, as of today, you can Instagram us. So yeah, give us a wee follow on Instagram /Sonic Academy if you want to do that. We'll be sort of taking behind the scene photographs, and it'll probably last about 3 days before we get really bored of me running
Or
around the
until
camera.
Chris takes a snap of his holidays or
Yeah,
something.
exactly,
And
and
accidentally
accidentally-
posts it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is that it for the Sonic Academy news?
That's Sonic
for this
Academy
week?
News this week, yeah.
Thanks for watching. Competition.
Competition, yes.
So we have a competition winner from last week, which
we spent 5 or 10 minutes there trying to figure out how to pronounce this guy's name.
We'll probably get it
Just
wrong.
now, but
Justin Benoit.
Benoit, yeah, he's last week's winner.
Get it up on screen
and
here.
he wins himself a fantastic full year subscription and a few packs. Anna.
And kick.
So we did a pretty big one for our first one. This week's competition is going to be a 3-month subscription.
Yes, sort of going along with the sort of techno theme of
Yes.
Steve Ward. We're going to give away our techno packs, and we've got
SQL.
which is an amazing pack.
It's
It's
the
the
best
pack.
Best pack. Yeah.
Phil Kieran, which is an amazing pack. We're going to say
Phil Kieran's pack is brilliant if you're wanting dirty, grimy, sort of
analogy.
vinyl-y type stuff. There's loads of class stuff on that, and Psychotron as
Psychotron
well.
pack as well. So 3 packs.
So just comment below,
Yep.
subscribe.
Comment below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and share if you like. Tweet us,
And
all
we
the
pick-
usual stuff.
Pick the winner at random. We have a random generator, picks a number, we go to that comment, and that person wins.
So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll catch you next week.